Kind of late up here in Michigan. I might have 3 weeks left, 4 maybe. But I couldn't resist. I had to get the Chrysler back out. Well, I never really put it away. I got 8 or 9 motors hanging on motor stands out front on the lakeside, just waiting for me to decide which one to take out. So, I grabbed the 79 today, threw her on the boat. Uh-oh. Oh well. Put her on the boat and took a little cruise. A little choppy out here today. I stick on the south side of the point, or I mean the north side of the point when the wind's out of the south, is what I was trying to say. Because you get around the other side of that point and it gets a little choppier yet. And then on days when the wind's from the northerly directions, I'll head over to the other side of that point, hang around over there. This is the better side as far as water depth and sandy bottom, no weeds. You get around right at the point and then south for a ways, it's nothing but shale stone rock. I mean, hard rocks. Not soft ones, just hard ones. And then when you get past that, about a quarter of a mile or so, the weeds start taking over, and you got to stay offshore probably a good half a mile just to be safe. There's a lot of boulders out there. Right out in front of my place, which is just south of the point there, there's 7 houses past the old Point Au Gres Hotel that was built in the late 20s by a crooked lawyer from Chicago, Illinois by the name of Booth was his last name. But he had 7 cottages that went along with the rooms that were for rent upstairs. There used to be 7 rooms for rent upstairs there too. But then, but my place is 7 cottages south of that Point Au Gres Hotel. And there's a structure there that they put out there in the late 20s and early 30s with a concrete structure that you could walk out on. And oh, I don't know, I've heard stories. I was obviously too young or not even born yet, but the Point Au Gres Hotel business there would charge 5 cents to walk out and fish off that structure. Produces excellent bass, perch, and red eye, or some people call them rock bass. Big ones. But anyways, over the years, the ice has busted that all up, and the water levels change, and there's pieces of it that are a foot underwater or less. It depends on the water cycles. And I try to warn people to stay away from that. There's a buoy that the Coast Guard puts out every year, but it's about 300 yards too far out from the structure. And I've watched people smash right into that thing. Great big concrete. It's about 5 feet deep there. So people are used to seeing boats all up and down this beach because it's the best 1.5 miles there is right here. And so, and then they take off and they head south, and they just assume they can stay that close to shore. Well, they always find out the hard way that you can't. But it should be on charts of the Great Lakes. If you look Saginaw Bay, it should be. But anyway, I'm out here having a relaxing afternoon. Worked on outboards all day. Got a Scott Atwater running. It's the first 3 minutes that motor's seen making exhaust in a long time, I would assume. It was pumping water and everything. Problem is, I saw a little bit of seepage at the split on the crankcase, so that's going to have to be broken up, open up again. Not again for me, but it's going to have to be cracked open at the case, at the split, and I'm going to have to reseal it, or I can't run it because it'll go lean and burn up. It'll burn the motor up. But this little 7.5 was producing 16 miles an hour. And this boat is a 14-foot CNIM 14R, it's called. It's got a 64-inch beam, 32 inches at its deepest point up there near the seat, where I measure the deepest point to be 32 inches. The boat, I'm thinking, I looked it up one time, or my buddy from Ohio did, Brandon Kretzmar. He said it weighs 270 pounds empty. I've got a 6-gallon, pretty neat. I got a 6-gallon Mercury Kikefer tank with an adapter on it. And I'm running a Chrysler motor off of it. But anyway, not bad. I weigh 190 some pounds, full tank of gas. I got a little cooler with some Diet Pop in it. Little tool bag and a mushroom anchor. 16 miles an hour for a little 7.5. A lot of people laugh at these motors, but I'll tell you what, you don't know until you own one. I have several, and they're awesome motors. And I'll do whatever it takes to keep them running. You know, the wear items like points and such, they're getting harder and harder to find. But anyway, hope you liked the tour and a little history lesson. Hope I didn't bore you to death. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.